What is map labeling? What kind of vocabulary generally you have to know when you are attempting the questions of map labeling? What is the difficulty level of these kind of questions in the listening module? We are going to discuss everything today about map labeling in the listening section, so stay tuned. Hello everyone, this is your coach Priyanka Kapoor, and in today's lesson we are going to talk everything about map labeling in the listening section. But before that, if you've come here for the first time, hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell icon so that you get an intimation for the new lessons. If you like this video, don't forget to share and hit the like button. Now coming back to the lesson, today we are going to discuss what is map labeling and how to deal with these kind of questions in the listening section. So first of all, let's discuss what exactly is map labeling. Listen to the information and fill a picture of an incomplete map. That is what exactly map labeling is. So in these questions, you would be given an incomplete map and you're supposed to listen to the audio and fill in wherever there are blanks on the map. Now these questions also are of two kinds, and actually the difficulty level of map labeling would vary in both the kind of questions. So first of all, let me explain you what are the two different kind of questions even in map labeling. The very first kind is questions in the image, that is the kind of questions wherein questions are given inside the image. And the second form of questions of map labeling are where the questions are given outside the image. Now it's quite tricky. Your difficulty level will be different in both these kind of questions. How? Let me tell you. The first one is wherein the questions are inside the image, that is question number 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and you are given options, multiple options outside the image. Now come what may, you know that the audio is always in the sequence. Now when the audio will be played, you have to be assured that the audio will start from question number 10, it will go to question number 11, then it might just say something in between where there is no question but information mentioned. From here it will take you to question number 12, from here 13 and 14. So you know that within the map there is a sequence which will be followed, and the questions will also come in the same sequence when you are listening to the audio. And you have to pick the correct answers from here and mention them here. Quite easy. Now, where the trick comes is in these kind of questions where your questions are given outside the image. Now, how are they tricky? You have your questions here and A, B, C, D, E, F everything is mentioned inside. Now, when you are listening to your audio, let's say you heard question number 11 and you got the answer. Now, this question can have an answer anywhere inside the map. It can be here, it can be here, it can be here, or anywhere else. So let's say for example, question 11, you figured out it is at point D. So you wrote it. Then 12 can be at point E, 13 can be at point A. So basically, inside the image, you are not following any sequence. So it becomes a little bit difficult for you to actually go alongside the image and also find out the answers and mention them. So the image is going to be maybe starting from here, it goes here, then again goes back and comes back. That is going to be the trick. So you need to be alert even here, and you have to practice more these kind of questions. This is going to be comparatively easy because we know that everything is going to go in the sequence and you have to keep a track of this map. So that's how are the two different kind of questions. Coming to the tip, always focus on the start point. It is very important. Now there will always be a start point mentioned in these kind of questions. Always start from there and focus there because your audio will always start from here. So never lose a track of it. Focus here, and when the audio starts, start from your start point and continue further. Next point is follow instructions and track through pencil. Now many students find it not important, but it is very important, and it makes your life easy when attempting questions of map labeling. How? If you are following it with your pencil and the audio is playing, you are going exactly on track, and whenever the answer is played, you can write it again, follow the map, go through the audio and go along the map, mention your answers, go further, again mention your answer, and you are done. If you're not doing that, sometimes it can be a case that while listening to the audio, you lose your track exactly where the audio is in this image, in this map. So it's always better to mark it, go along with the pencil, mark it, listen to it, wherever you get an answer, write it, go further. Makes your life very easy. Next point is don't lose the sequence. It's very important. Don't lose the sequence. Now again, even in these questions, what exactly I want is you keep a track of the audio and mention your answers. Now here also there can be a case that after, let's say, question number 11, for a good time there is no blank here and they are still saying things about this particular space. Now at that time also you need to really focus and don't lose that focus, because you can end up missing out on the answer number 12 just because you were not paying attention when they were talking about the distance between question number 11 to 12. So always keep a track of the sequence and be alert when you are listening to the audio, even if there is no question mentioned here where the audio is. Understand directions. Now when we are talking about map labeling, it is very important for you to understand the directions, because if you are clueless about the directions, many a time you will not be able to figure out the answers here if they are talking about the directions. If they say then going towards the north of it, now if you don't know where the north is, you will not be able to understand, now where do I have to go in this map? So always important to understand the directions before attempting the map labeling. Now for you, I have mentioned here, north is on the top, just below that is east, right side is south, and west side is west. Now when we talk about this place, this is north south, this is southeast, this is east west, and this is northwest, in between the west and north. So this is something which should be in your head, and you should be able to figure it out within the map also. If the audio says now going towards the east, so when they say going towards the east, you know that you have to go here. They say going towards the north, so you know you have to go here. Okay, so until and unless you are not sure about the directions, you will not be able to do this properly. Another important point is be well versed with vocabulary for directions. It is very important to know most of the vocabulary for directions, because if you don't understand the meaning of that vocabulary which they are using in the audio, you will get confused in map labeling. Vocabulary like bypass, walkway, sidewalk, you should know what these vocabulary means. That is when you know all this, then only you will be able to attempt the map labeling with ease. Otherwise, you will go clueless in between the audio, what is sidewalk or what is walkway, where I have to go, where I have to see the directions. So that's what it is. We are going to come up with the vocabulary lesson also, particularly on directions. So stay tuned for that. And for now, these are the tips for understanding how to deal with map labeling questions in the listening section. I'm sure they're going to help you, and rest assured, if you practice a lot and implement these, definitely it is going to help you to score higher band in the listening section. So try to use them. If you face any questions, please feel free to write it in the comment box. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do it right away and hit the bell button so that you get intimated for the new lessons. And don't forget to share this video and like it if you found it useful. So thank you for staying here, guys. Stay tuned for more lessons on listening section.